get the senators elected, because we can take the Senate pretty easily. And I think with our little secret, we're going to do really well with the House, right? Our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret. We'll tell you what it is when the race is over.
Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. The path may seem hard, the work may seem heavy, but joy cometh in the morning, and church morning is on its way.
And if you believe, as others have said, that the former president is a fascist?
You know, I have been, had those terms hurled at me by some political leaders in the city, using terms like Hitler and fascist. My answer is no. I know what Hitler has done, and I know what a fascist regime looks like. I think, as I've called over and over again, that the level of conversation, I think we could all dial down the temperature. And I've heard people say that the former president should not be able to have a rally in Madison Square Garden. I strongly disagree. This is America. This is New York. And I think it's important that we allow individuals to exercise their right to get their message clear to New Yorkers. And our job as a city and as a police department is to make sure they can do that in a peaceful way.
A lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
When you have some a-hole calling Puerto Rico floating garbage, know that that's what they think about you. That's just what they think about you. Roll that. I want everyone in Philadelphia to see that clip. Look at that trash. Like, what is trash is people actually just thinking of other human beings that way.
Elon's on that stage, jumping around, skipping like a dipshit on these things.
I think the core principle, adhering to the Constitution, the rule of law, getting away from the name calling and the division.
What you don't see, you don't go to other rallies for Harris, that kind of vitriol.
Kamala Harris spends half her time talking about her rival as Hitler. She's doing it right now. Every Democrat official, you got Hillary Clinton running around talking about how this is akin to 1939. Are you out of your mind? We are talking about the comments of a comedian. Right. The real joke in America is the terrible policy of Kamala Harris. Puerto Ricans have had to live under the same inflation unleashed by Kamala Harris. And that's not a joke, but they got to live with it. Puerto Ricans today are living under the same terrible border policies that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris unleashed. That's a terrible joke on the American people. We should be focused on that.
History. She's made a career of being first. She's the first woman to serve as Attorney General, African American, Asian American descent. She's also she's been District Attorney of San Francisco. She was the nation's first Indian American senator. She's the first woman, first Black Asian American to be elected vice president. She set the record for the most tie-breaking votes cast by a vice president. She's the first Black woman, Asian American in U.S. history to win the presidential nomination of a major party. She's the first HBCU grad, making us proud. She's a Howard.
Each of you to shout your own name. Do that. Because it's about all of us. It's about all of us. And listen, I have fought my whole career to put the people first.
This was a hate rally. Mm-hmm. This was not just a presidential rally. This was also not just a campaign rally. I think it's very important for people to understand that these are mini January 6 rallies. These are mini Stop the Steal rallies. These are rallies to prime an electorate into rejecting the results of an election if it doesn't go the way that they want.
Donald Trump was on Joe Rogan, and he called you, Madam Vice President, a very low IQ person, and said, I think she needs to take a cognitive test. I think Kamala should have a test because there's something missing, there's something wrong with her. Would you take a cognitive test?
Sure.
Puerto Rico. Well, I'd take that guy for a swim out there. Anyway. Stenny's looking at me. Don't get going, Joe. Don't get going, Joe. Slow up.
1 week from today, you will have the chance to make a decision that directly impacts your life, the life of your family, and the future of this country we love.
So just to clarify, he was not calling Trump supporters garbage.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
250 million people, that's what I think the real number is for making America great again. 250 million, the real number. They don't think in terms of garbage, okay? They don't use terms like that, and it's a shame. And Joe Biden should be ashamed of himself if he knows what he's even doing. And she should be ashamed because she shouldn't let him do it. She's the vice president, but I assume she's acting as the president. She should never have let that happen. I hope you enjoyed this garbage truck. Thank you very much.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
People hated Trump because they were guilty of crimes. My mind exploded. I mean, ultimately, I had to leave the city where I spent my entire life. I saw what it really was, which was a scam. It was the richest city in the United States, and we didn't make anything. How did these people get so rich? By stealing. That's how. Never occurred to me till Trump came. And yet everybody involved in the grift knew instantly the jig was up. If this guy keeps talking, we're in deep trouble.
1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay. So I don't take lightly the call. Sorry, guys. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous, guys. I've been waiting for this moment this whole life, my whole life. I need patience over here. Patience, where are you, girl? I need patience over here. Hold on. How you guys doing tonight? How you guys doing tonight? Are we ready to make history?
Is it me, or does it seem like this week Donald Trump is laying the groundwork for contesting the election by complaining that cheating was taking place in Pennsylvania by suing Bucks County for alleged irregularity?
Bucks County was reversed by the court and instructed to open up extra days because they violated the law and told people to go home. So that lawsuit was brought by the Republican National Committee, and it was successful. The Supreme Court ruled that Glenn Youngkin was successful. We are news people, even though we have opinions, and we have to report the whole story if we bring up part of the story. So yes, he's upset about Bucks County, but he was right, and he won in court. That's the story.
I'll let you keep going, Jonathan.
No, I don't appreciate being lectured about reporting when you many times you come here saying lots of things that aren't.
I won't come back, Jonathan. I'm done. I'm done. This is the most unfair election ad I've ever been a part of. You guys are working. That's fine. I'm done.
So, Ruth, you wrote a column this week ending with this line, and actually, I think this is perfect.
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
What she believes in when it comes to women's rights, when it comes to the future, with my kids and where I see our country should be. I feel like that endorsement is only right. It is. Come on, you guys know me. I'm damn sure won't go the other way.
Don't fucking ask me. I don't give a fuck the resume that they send. I don't give a fuck. I'm not endorsing no fucking presidents no more.
Cardi B, Queen Cardi. Queen Cardi.
Hey, how you guys doing? We're gonna make sure we have Kamala Harris in office for 8 years. Thank you.
Tonight, mixed messages. A K-file investigation this hour finds Kamala Harris is targeting crucial battleground voters with vastly different messages on Gaza and Israel. This ad is running in Michigan, which has the largest Arab population in America.
What has happened in Gaza over the past 9 months is devastating. We cannot allow ourselves to become numb to the suffering, and I will not be silent.
All right, well, it's a very different story for an ad in Pennsylvania targeting Jewish voters.
Let me be clear. I will always stand up for Israel's right to defend itself, and I will always ensure Israel has the ability to defend itself, because the people of Israel must never again face the horror that a terrorist organization called Hamas caused on October 7.
I want that man to be my vice president. All right, everybody here, give me a V. Give me an O. Give me a T. Give me an E. It's fun to get out the... No. It's fun to get out the V-O-T-E. It's fun to get out the V-O-T-E. All right, you take it from there. Let's try that one more time. It's fun to get out the V-O-T-E. You got it. All right. I have a lot of great stories. I've had an incredible life.
The whole idea of free speech is that people can go on a network and air opinions that you disagree with.
What about social media? Because the Harris Waltz campaign wants to make it illegal to put misinformation or malinformation on social media.
Well, that's not true.
Well, that's what he said.
There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
And that's what she said.
We will hold social media platforms accountable for the hate infiltrating their platforms, because they have a responsibility to help fight against this threat to our democracy.
At best, that's an extreme simplification, and it's not really true.
Kamala did what Kamala always does. She just put her head down and she went to work.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Let's vote. Let's get out the 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 vote. Let's win. All right, let's get to work. 24 hours to go. And
Trump as the 47th president of the United States of America. Fight